My little young ran an M on the road, he a scammer. Dripping money, clear, splash, I'm covered in bells. I'm clever, vendettas, raw, whatever. I'm a rebel, but better. If I go federal. I pour up, I don't measure, I soon I met her. I leveled up, my bread up, I'm fed up. It's pressure, it's gang, you can't hang. We slamming out whoever. I keep it on, get stuck on. It may say my jolly. Got 2 cribs in Alpharetta, they down the street from each other. I know the spot. My little one, he know the laptop. Shorty having Chris Vick, he a vampire. Camping right in front of your house and start up a campfire. I just did my numbers then from her, this one a landslide. Ain't gonna be no who this shit, I'm spinning back to back. Any say on that issue, I'm going 50, and then got arrogant. My natural habit. Back to 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 back. Back to 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 back. Back to 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 back. Back to back to back to back to back to back to back.
Wild little piece. Lord, how I gave my parents fist. Tried so hard. Dad took me home when I was a kid. Wouldn't believe what the hell I did. He said, boy, hold this. Told my cousin, you better run. Last time he poked fun of me, got my with a tree.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup, and we are all set to go, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New England Patriots. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Throwing here is May. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. George Pickens, his intended receiver there. And it's 3rd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the bag spin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. In motion goes the tight end. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Kendall Fuller, boy, no problems for him on that play defensively. Really nice tackle for loss. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Penix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Penix. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to throw. May. Here's one deep for Pickens. And incomplete on the deep ball. George Pickens, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. Well, how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
To the air, May. Now he's going to step up and run. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Troy Anderson applying the pressure and picking up the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. That went out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Christian Harris. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And for the offense, it looked like that drive had the makings of something good. They were starting to hit a groove, but the defense clearly had other ideas, not only to force the turnover, but to handle the scoring themselves.
Yeah, no panic in their eyes, was there, partner? Think about it this way. A Hall of Fame coach once told me the best characteristic he liked out of his teams was that they didn't flinch. This group, they got pushed back in an early series, kept their composure, and made a big play that swung the momentum their way.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd and 10. And they go play action with May. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Here's May. That is caught. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
To throw, it's May. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Patriots at 6-2 to start play. They come in off a loss last time out, but overall they've been playing pretty well. 6 wins and 8 prior to that defeat.
And a big part of the problem, too many 3-and-outs on offense. That led them to only scoring 10 points in their last game. They're going to have to find a way to sustain some drives and finish them with points.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown! George Pickens, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. This pass is caught by London. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
A gain of 15. And the Falcon first down.
Here we go. Go.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Penix to the air once more. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They'll throw with May. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jalen Walker in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. These two teams all tied after one. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football, as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's taken to the 26. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10.
Okay, ready?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll throw with Penix. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Harold Landry. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They're looking to throw. Penix. Got a man. It's Robbie Chosen. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 28. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
To the air, Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. From the 23, here's a 2nd and 4. Penix working out of the gun here. Now he'll tuck this and run. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Now Penix going to hold on to it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
That's it. Ready, team. Okay.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Jalen Walker. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. They're going to look to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. It's Pickens out right. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Gibson. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Patriots are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Borregales now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now while we really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Here's 3rd and a few inches.
Let's go now.
A first throw here for the backup Taylor. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Offense is moving them a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready. Ready, team.
Looking to pass. Tua. And off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Has been a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. This will be from 49 yards out. Folk's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. George Pickens in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
17.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Outright caught by Chosen. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this one is incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season. Robinson up the middle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That one good for 24 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Fighting to the ball carrier there was Carlton Davis, and he finishes that play off.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Tua sets up to pass it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 47.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing here is May. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Here's one deep for Pickens. Touchdown, Patriots. George Pickens with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Patriots take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. It seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough.
Go ahead.
Hand off now to Robinson. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 43-yard line. On play action, here's Tua. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Yeah, ready. Ready, team! Wait.
Abanikanda on 1st and 10. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
The tackle made back in the 39-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Tua. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it.
Hey, 21 T8.
Now Tua. And he is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Robbie Chosen, 49 yards. And the Falcons are back within a score.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Tua going to try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now we'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
From the gun, it's May. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
From the shotgun, it's May. Finding Pickens for another catch.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
George Pickens. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
here's May.
Short throw to Smith. And some room to work. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Gibson.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss.
They'll throw with May. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. All the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it.
Drake May.
A 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Pats will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
now set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. 70 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. 41-yard line.
Tua going to throw. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Ready?
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
Ready? 19, 18. 18, Rodwell, 18, Panther 11, Panther.
Now Taylor to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. This is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Folk connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1. Looking to throw. May. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. Big strides, look at him go. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Jonnu Smith, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Patriots use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
42. Falcons.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
He
seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
All right, let's go. Hey, come on, shoot.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Falcons first down.
Tua to throw again. That ball caught. It's chosen. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That's another Falcons first down.
It's safe. Go ahead.
First and 10 at the 20.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. That's into the hands of Chosen.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
First down. First and goal.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Bijan Robinson.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons have got it back to within a score.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
The Falcons will line up for the two-point conversion.
It's caught at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. To throw, it's May. Here's one deep for Pickens.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10.
To the air, May. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Patriots first down. First and
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They're going to look to throw. Short throw to Smith. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the one in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the fourth quarter.
Of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Falcons 24-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
May looking to run. And that's should do it. He's got a first down, and the Patriots can run it out from here.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Here, what's that? Vemos. Hey, what's that?
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for New England, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.